My name is Parker Nierenstein, and this is my 2001 BMW M5. I bought this car almost 5 years ago to the day and have been in love with it ever since. I wanted to make a video on why exactly I bought this car, and maybe it'll give you an idea of why you potentially might be interested in buying one as well. So back then, I was looking for a car that looked really cool, was fun to drive, was fast, and most importantly, had a manual transmission. My favorite car at the time, apart from the Gallardo, was the E92 BMW M3. I wanted one of those in a stick really bad, but to be honest, at the time, they were too much money. So naturally, I moved my search on to the E46 M3. Those were a lot cheaper, still a great looking car, in my opinion, maybe better looking, and an absolute blast to drive. The problem was, at the time in California, all of them for sale were convertibles with the small 18-inch rims and SMG. It was almost impossible to find a clean condition M3 with a manual and a coupe. So I moved my search on to the E39 M5. It filled all my criteria. 400 horsepower naturally aspirated V8. It's got 4 doors for practicality. Got one of the best looking front ends and rear ends of any BMW they've ever designed. And I took about 6 months searching on Craigslist, Auto Trader, Car Gurus, eBay. I found one in Le Mans Blue that almost pulled the trigger on, but got a pre-purchase inspection, which is something you have to do. Found out that the car was too good to be true. It was for sale for $12,000, but it turns out there was about $10,000 of problems that had to be dealt with right away to make it a drivable vehicle. So moved on, found this car, just over 100,000 miles, ended up paying $17,000, which for a car of this caliber, I honestly think is an absolute steal. I've got 131,500 miles on it right now and have had a hell of a time driving it since then. I wanted to get the 2001 because it's got some updates. It's got updated headlights and taillights. It's got a new navigation screen and a better looking steering wheel versus the 2000. It also doesn't suffer, apparently, from as much oil consumption issues as the 2000 models do. Overall, it's a great car. I mean, I've had some issues with it for sure. It's not cheap to maintain in the slightest. It's got its quirks. Is it worth it? I mean, it depends when you ask me that question. When everything's going right and I'm driving it down the road on some twisty roads, I'm going to do a point of view today. Absolutely. When the thing's broken, it makes me want to kick it. But that's just some information on it. Wanted to give you the reason why I bought it, and really I've stuck with this car for 5 years because it's so damn fun to drive. Manual transmission, rear wheel drive, 400 horsepower naturally aspirated V8. It's pretty hard to beat. Look forward to seeing you next video.
Don't forget me now. I don't want to fade out of your memory, your memory. Hold down, I know I have my doubts. I don't want to fade